Zone Sports Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about
Cowboys have a duel with the Saints tonight.
Please like and subscribe, and I'll give this podcast to my brother.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys have a huge duel tonight against the New Orleans Saints. Two of the best offenses in the league set to square off. Drew Brees has had an incredible season, a season that will most likely culminate in MVP honors that he will have for the first time in his 18-year career. But the Cowboys and the Saints leading off Thursday Night Football, that should be one to watch, one I hope at least remains competitive. And I'll give you my thoughts on that game. I'll pick a winner later in the show and pick a winner for every NFL game this week coming up later in the podcast. But it should be an interesting duel. Two division leaders, the Saints in the NFC South and the Cowboys in the NFC East. We must have a winner, hopefully. And the best quarterback, Drew Brees, playing out of his mind right now. We'll see how he does tonight. So, one of the wily old veterans of the NFL, Drew Brees, 18 years, solidly consistent, solidly one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He topped 500 touchdown passes this season in his career. His career, which has spanned two NFL teams, the San Diego Chargers, who now play in Los Angeles, and then he was released by the Chargers, and then the New Orleans Saints picked him up right after Hurricane Katrina struck that city, and Drew Brees has been loved by the New Orleans community and the Saints ever since then. Drew Brees, who went to high school at Westlake Carroll down in Austin, who went to college at Purdue University, has had one of the best careers in the history of the NFL. And he led the Saints to their Super Bowl 44 victory over the Indianapolis Colts, an upset victory. And the Saints will forever be grateful for Drew Brees. He brought them to heights they had never reached before, winning the Super Bowl. Of course, this was the New Orleans Saints, who for years were known as the Aints, and fans used to show up to New Orleans with bags over their heads because they were ashamed of how bad this team was. Archie Manning, his father Peyton and Eli Manning, was a talented quarterback in his own right, but the Saints couldn't build around Archie Manning, and Archie Manning will, frankly, I don't think ever will get the credit he deserves for being an all-time great quarterback. But the Saints, they've had a tremendously proud history in New Orleans, and the Saints about to do battle against the Dallas Cowboys. It should be an exciting matchup, and I haven't forgotten. I'll give you those picks later on. So the Oakland Raiders castaways have been making big plays for other teams. The Raiders began by trading away linebacker Khalil Mack to the Bears, and Khalil Mack has the Bears on the cusp of a division championship. The Raiders traded away Amari Cooper was traded from the Raiders to the Cowboys, and Amari Cooper has proceeded to make the Dallas passing game a weapon. Before he got there, the wide receiver by committee clearly was not working, and nobody had failed to emerge as the number one wide receiver. So Jerry Jones made a big trade, trading a first-round pick to the Oakland Raiders for Amari Cooper, and the Bears traded their first-round pick to the Raiders for Khalil Mack. So the Raiders, who looked like they may tank, but they couldn't even do that right as Arizona beat them. But the Raiders look like they are going to be picking near the top of the NFL draft board, if not the top. Raiders are a mess, and Derek Carr, the guy's a talented quarterback, but who knows how this is going to materialize for them. But the Oakland Raiders are a mess. Right before they go to Vegas, looks like they are a mess. The mass exodus from the black hole is almost complete. A baker's dozen NFL games have been played so far in the season. Week 13 of the NFL season. Here are my predictions before this week. I'm picking the Saints over the Cowboys, much as it pains me. I'm picking the Ravens over the Falcons. I'm picking the Broncos over the Bengals. I'm picking the Rams over the Lions. I'm picking the Packers over the Cardinals. I'm picking the Texans over the Browns. I'm picking the Colts over the Jaguars. I'm picking the Dolphins over the Bills. I'm picking the Bears over the Giants. Picking the Panthers over the Buccaneers. Picking the Chiefs over the Raiders. I'm picking the Titans over the Jets. I'm picking the Patriots over the Vikings. I'm picking the Seahawks over the 49ers. I'm picking the Steelers over the Chargers. And I'm picking the Eagles over the Redskins Monday night. And I'm going to talk for a minute about the quarterback on the other sideline. Rain, Dakota, Dak Prescott. Played his college football at Mississippi State, selected by the Cowboys in the 4th round of the 2016 NFL Draft. Same draft that they drafted Ezekiel Elliott, their running back as well. And 2016 Pro Bowler Dak was AP NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year 2016, Pepsi NFL Rookie of the Year, and he had a brilliant rookie season as he helped lead the Dallas Cowboys to the divisional playoffs, where they were upset by Green Bay. And Dak Prescott, he's not even the quarterback that the Cowboys originally wanted, as they wanted Paxton Lynch. But Dak Prescott, pick number 135. And the Dallas Cowboys got the best steal of the draft. Probably the best steal of the draft since the New England Patriots. Pick 199 drafted Tom Brady. And he's had a great career, and I really feel like the sky is the limit for Dak Prescott. But it is going to be interesting to see how his career pans out. And so far, he's got pretty good stats so far. Through week 12, he's got almost 10,000 yards passing, 58 touchdowns, only 22 interceptions, 17 rushing touchdowns. You cannot forget about his legs, as he has the speed to turn the corner. But Dak Prescott, the sky is the limit for this young stud in the NFL.
Thank you for watching the Power Zone Sports Podcast. Please like and subscribe and follow us on Twitter. And I'll see you in the next podcast. Have a nice day. Bye.